Hello and good afternoon. Today we're going to talk about how CrossFit's going to improve your life. I'm going to tell you about why I find that CrossFit works, how it improves your fitness, your morale, and can help you keep your job. You'll find out today in today's military that a lot of people are getting kicked out due to failure of their physical fitness test. You do not want this to be you. So imagine that you all of a sudden lost your livelihood, your one source of income. What do you do next? And it was all because you couldn't pass a simple physical fitness test. That was your livelihood, your means to support yourself, and if you have a family, your means to support your family. That is really happening in our military today. Today I'm going to talk to you about how I find that CrossFit works and it improves your fitness as well as your morale. So for myself, throughout my career in the military, my scores in my PT test have always been really good. I always try to work really hard, but since doing CrossFit, they've gotten tremendously better, as well as friends I know that have been close to failing have gotten involved with CrossFit, and they've been able to pass with flying colors. CrossFit offers a lot of different variations of fitness and how you can become involved with CrossFit. Let's begin talking about the issue that is on everyone's mind. Injuries are at the forefront concern for most people that are involved with physical fitness. You hear every day, oh, don't do CrossFit, you're going to hurt yourself, you're going to get rhabdomyolysis, which is an overuse. We'll talk about that in a little bit. So overtraining can happen for any inexperienced athlete, and you need to remember that there's always an option to scale and to make sure that you're doing it to the level that you know you need to do. But in order to pass your test, you have to do something, and that's why I'm going to offer you CrossFit. So, military physical training and conventional weight training are just not enough. Conventional weight training isolates muscles, but it does not teach the body the complex systems that they're attached to work together to achieve a common functional goal. It got me ready to birth a baby. I don't know what else could have done that. It helped me have a healthy pregnancy throughout my entire pregnancy, as well as very easy recovery. So, according to an article that was published in Military Medicine, Captain Nathan Showman, a combative and fitness instructor with an advanced degree in kinesiology, argues that traditional military PT has a high potential for injury and lacks applicability to relevant combat demands. Wouldn't you want to be combat ready? I sure would. I know that when we do our job and you're moving people, most all the special operators and people that have a high visibility job, they all are involved in some type of high intensity fitness, CrossFit style workouts, and it's what works for them, and that's what they say. So now talking about the injury, rhabdomyolysis we hear about a lot in the fitness world. It can happen when you do anything excessively. So I have a friend that got it just at the end of his PT test, just from running a mile and a half, simple. So based on studies from a systematic data, one would conclude that the risk of rhabdomyolysis for high intensity functional training is low compared to distance running or military PT. The Air Force is always promoting like marathons, half marathons, running events, yet that has a higher risk of rhabdomyolysis as compared to CrossFit. You just hear about CrossFit more because, everyone talks about it. If you're involved with it and you're excited about something, you want to talk about it. So now that we know the problem, let's talk about a solution. So, cardiorespiratory endurance, strength, stamina, flexibility, coordination, accuracy, balance, power, and speed. These are all the components of CrossFit. With all these components, you will improve in all areas of your life and have different abilities. So you'll never just be amazing at one thing, but you'll be well balanced throughout all the things. So it helps you maintain balance throughout your life. There's so many benefits to reap from being involved in the CrossFit community. Most importantly, you'll make some friends that will always be there for life. I dropped in a gym in St. Louis and they gave me shirts and t-shirts, sweatshirts, everything just for dropping in, and they were supportive of our military. You make friends for life. So, as it states in military medicine, the connection between self-esteem and regular physical activity is also well documented. So not only will you be finding and fitting in somewhere, but you will be improving your morale. You might even enjoy to start working out. It might be something that you enjoy and look forward to every day. I know I do when I have that accountability group. So you'll find that you'll be happier with your life, as well as not having to stress every year or every 6 months whether you will pass your fitness test or not. General Lames Amos, the 35th Commandant of the United States Marine Corps, notes that United States Marine Corps fitness program overemphasizes aerobic training, so long-distance running, and gives very little attention to strength training. Similarly, Showman and Henson state that, so for the Army, the soldier who uses programs such as CrossFit is fitter and more combat ready than a soldier who exclusively runs 50 miles per week and performs some push-ups. So, where does this leave us? Where do we visualize ourselves? How can we be involved with this fitness? Anyone can compete. So while doing CrossFit, you may find that you actually enjoy working out. You may also be way more likely to pass your PT tests, no more stress with that. So the CrossFit Open is an online competition. If you do well enough, you'll progress to regionals and then on to the games. There's also local events, charities, fundraisers, for different things that you can be involved with. I just recently did Barbells for Boobs, which is a little fundraiser that supports breast cancer, and people donate, so it helps people who cannot afford mammograms or breast checkups. It helps you to be able to afford that and get checked up. And it also does fundraisers. If someone's house burns down, the community all comes together and they all raise money to help that person out. And it's a really good group of friends. It keeps you accountable, and you'll always have friends that you work out with that'll always motivate you. And you'll sometimes, if you're competitive like I am, you'll also want to try to be better than them. So there's CrossFit programs for elderly, professional athletes, pregnant women, special operators, etc. So now you see that not everything you hear is true about CrossFit. There are some injuries that occur, which will happen with any fitness component that you're involved with, but you understand how it will help you pass your PT test, and you know who it is for and how you can get involved. So to get involved with CrossFit, you can just visit CrossFit.com and learn more about it, or you can just go down to your local gym and give it a try, and you'll meet some new friends. I say you will make some of the best friends that you have ever had. I know I sure did. Do we have any questions?
Hi, I'm not very fit. What kind of gym would you recommend? Would you recommend me joining a CrossFit gym?
I definitely would. You could go any weekend or any day and just let them know your local gym that you want to try it out. You could drop them an email, but then you could see what they recommend for you, and they'll take you through a foundations course, seeing how you perform the movements and if you can perform them correctly and safely. Any more?
Yeah, what are some things I should look for in a CrossFit gym if I'm just joining up?
You want to look for the certifications that the coaches have and that they are knowledgeable. Sometimes, not necessarily the coach will always be fit, but they could have knowledge and not be fit as well. But just look at their certifications and how their athletes are, and if they have a lot of injuries coming out of there, maybe how long they've been around, because that'll establish how well they've done for themselves, as well as if they offer competitors programs, kids programs, so that way everyone can get involved. Do you have any more questions? I think we have time for one more.
No, I really don't have any more.
Gabriel, do you have anything? No? Okay. Do you have one more?
Yeah. No.
Okay, thank you. That concludes our speech.